Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel Coins Reaction Zone and a special video for One Piece. So this is the first ever OVA that came out. It was originally released in the summer of 1998. It predates the Toei anime, but it technically takes place after episode 8, right after Orange Town and before Syrup Village. I actually have never seen it before. Cursed Holy Sword, which is movie 5, I've only seen once. Like a lot of that stuff, if I've seen that movie, I've only seen it one time. So I'm really excited to see how this one is and what I can rate it. So the drinking game rules still apply. We just do some backstory real quick. So limited across all theaters. It was released on July 26, 1998. It doesn't adapt or reference any specific story from the manga. It's a completely different story pretty much, but Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are still in here. So it's not technically like Romance Dawn stories. And the voice actors are completely different than the main show as well. But they do keep on characters. Like 3 of the voice actors in the OVA, which is trivia on the wiki, would later participate in the main anime. So the guy that voices Zoro would later voice Bellamy, which is pretty awesome. One of the characters named Skid would go on to voice Fleet Admiral Sengoku, and then Herring and the narrator would go on to voice Admiral Fujitora, which is pretty awesome. So that's a little bit of the backstory right there. Non-canon stats, people defeated and antagonists defeated, and then property damage and dollars as well, just for fun. So drinking game rules, every time a member of the Straw Hats mentions their dream, every time you cry, which is me personally. Cool moments, when something badass cool has happened, that must be acknowledged. That also will depend on if the cool moment, the drinks are a little bit low at the moment, or just something that badass happens, like Zoro lifting the cage in the Orange Town arc. Solidarity drink whenever another character drinks. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Every time a character takes damage that should have killed them but doesn't. I pretty much do this for all the characters but Luffy and Zoro, since it's been established several times that they're stronger than the average guy. So that one will just depend on how I'm feeling at the moment as well. Every time a new Devil Fruit user makes an appearance, but that one you only drink if their fruit is named or they use their abilities. Every time someone becomes a member of the Straw Hats, even if it's briefly or they leave and then come back, that one will be switched around because there's constantly members after every arc or throughout the arcs that are temporary members that leave and then come back. Every time a main antagonist is defeated, there's constant supporting antagonists, but there's only one main antagonist per arc, just to have a nice drink at the end of a big arc. Every time a main character cries, so they're established as a main character after 5+ episodes, or if I know that they're one of the main characters in that arc and they cry in one of the previous episodes, I'll count it for that. Every time someone takes out more than 5 enemies at a time, it used to be 1, but now it's up to 5 because they're constantly taking out many enemies at a time. So like when Luffy uses Gatling gun, even though he takes out 20 enemies, I'm not going to take 4 drinks. I'm only going to take 1 drink for 5 enemies. Every time a member of the Straw Hats loses a fight, so losing a fight would be basically losing consciousness is what I establish as losing a fight. And that's even what it is for whenever people are defeated or antagonists are defeated. Basically blasted off screen or they lose consciousness. Whenever a named character dies, that one doesn't happen too often in the One Piece world, but it is an interesting stat to have just because I also have a death tally. So it kind of evens out a bit and helps me with a stat. For villain monologues, this one has happened a few times and will happen in the future. So I thought it would be a fun one to have just because they're always so interesting to see. And then finally take a shot for Panda Man sighting. So this one is just based off my own memory and if I can find him. I don't know if I want to take a drink for like regular pandas and stuff because there is countless ones or just regular Panda Man. I'll probably just decide in the moment if I can remember if I see that reference. Those are our drinking games. So follow along and make sure you drink responsibly as we go through One Piece. It's interesting. Zoro looks a lot thinner. It's kind of like it's kind of has like a romantic comedy vibe, like the character designs. Massive Sea King wearing like a samurai hat. Is he gonna eat that whole thing? Jesus, man. He took a bite out of his neck. It was messed up. At least he washed up ashore. That was so messed up. Invisible Girl? Oh, no. Never mind. Well, that's interesting. They don't have that in the main show, but kind of like a arm stretch as he hits. I like that detail. And that's 2 non-canon enemies defeated for Luffy. Pirate Ganzack. So their ship is for sure dead. I love how Madaka's basically tricking Luffy. It's like, they have all you can eat food over there. Papa's my treasure. Yep. She's immediately going for it, man. Where'd she even get that spear from? All those guys that were defeated earlier. So why didn't she go... Oh, nice, they're still doing the Gummy thing. That's another 2 for Luffy, so he's up to 4. That dude was secret, man. Oh, that's a lot of bad guys. I didn't see anybody get passed out, so I'm not going to count it as being defeated. 3 sword. Rono or Zoro. Yep. Oh, Ganzack's back. The supreme ruler of the sea? Wow. This Nami's even worse than the regular Nami. She teamed up to him just because he was loaded. And this takes place right after the Orangetown arc, technically, as well. It's not even mentioning, like, how he became a crab. Like, he doesn't have a crab fruit or anything. Oh my gosh, is that full on, like, a cannon? What is that? That's gross. Okay, I'm seeing 3 people passed out on the ground, so I'm gonna count it as 3 defeated for Zoro. Arrested like that. On Zoro too. It's a revolt. Things are going pretty quick though, and there's no like real character development. Things are just happening. Yeah, I expected Nami to do something like that. Oh my god. Full on shot in the freaking arm. Good protection, Madoka. I can't tell, are those robot crab legs or does he have devil fruit power? I don't think they said. It's weird though how like dark it looks when it's sunny outside. It's like so random. Okay, so it's just a crab armor. It's not a devil fruit, so that makes sense. She's really strong though. She has really good resolve. Here we go. He has that kind of thing about, like, with Buggy, where he gets easily mad. There's one more for Luffy. Ooh, that music cue is kind of interesting. His first real hit on Ganzack. And he also kind of uses an armor like Krieg does in Pirate. You're the one that picked Crab as your armor, dude. It's pretty versatile, though, to be honest. I wonder what Madaka's gonna do. Did she just get her head sliced off? Oh my gosh. I think that's the first real kind of on-screen death in the entire show. I assume she's not dead. She probably like hid under her armor or something, but that's still insane. Full on broke through those steel chains, man. Holy crud. That's strength. Dragon Ball power-up kind of sequence. That was actually a really cool animation fight part. I like that. Sledgehammer, baby. Boom. Get wrecked. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. That was a cool shot, too. Yep, Zoro's now up to 9 people. The main antagonist is gone, but other than that. Alright, and then I'll give Nami 0.5 for the Sea King, because technically it was like the only real other named character. Is me, baby. Well, that's technically a Straw Hat mentioning their dream, so I'm gonna take a drink for that. So only one drink for this episode. A little bit of ADR. I also needed to take a drink for Pirate Ganzack, so if you're playing along, then take a drink for that one as well right here. Yep, got a new boat and managed to restock their food. That's funny. I like that they're having a legit funny moment with them too. Oh, thank you, that's cute. Nice. Alright, and that was Defeat the Great Pirate Ganzack OVA. So that was produced by Production IG in the summer of 1998, before One Piece like officially started, essentially. Kind of slight character Nami with like her being about treasure, having similar feelings with Medica, like hating pirates, becoming friends in the end. And Ganzack was kind of like a villain mix between Buggy and Krieg, and a little bit of Arlong, like thinking of humans as livestock. Then Luffy had some of his moves that he doesn't use until a lot later down in the series. And Zoro was also pretty strong and fun as well. The animation style was a bit strange. It was kind of like, it felt like a bit dark, even though there's like sun shading and stuff. So that was pretty interesting. But overall, a pretty fun one. I think I'm gonna give it, honestly, a 6 out of 10. It didn't blow me away. It was just a nice little thing that kept me entertained for a while. And then there are 2 drinks for this OVA. One for defeating Pirate Ganzack and another for Luffy mentioning his dream. So yeah, 6 out of 10 for the first OVA of the show, and one that I have never seen before. Some statistics as we close off. Zoro defeated 9 people. He didn't defeat any 5 people at once, so I'm not going to count it as that. And then Luffy defeated 5 people. Then Luffy also defeated the antagonist Ganzack, so he has 1 for non-canon stats. Nami defeated the Sea King, blew it up with dynamite, so that gives her a 0.5 for that. And no real property damage in dollars that I'm going to put down. And then people defeated from other characters was none. And that is going to do it from the first OVA from me. Continuing on and doing Syrup Village. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.